Welcome everyone to Photo U tonight. We are going to talk about cherished memories and all the fun books that you can create for those milestone moments like graduations, weddings, Mother's Day, Father's Day, big birthdays, retirement, whatever it is that you want to use those books for. Because usually you're taking lots of photos or you want to give someone a book that will be a remembrance of either the past 80 years or the time they've worked there or their wedding or something like that. So that's what we're going to go through tonight. We're going to start off though by giving away 25 points to our early bird people who put up with the pre-show. So the first person that's going to get points is Karen Cunningham. Karen, if you will message Lisa E. your account number, she will get those put into your account for you. So Karen Cunningham, you've won 25 points for tonight. So we're going to start off as usual with our digital portion. So we will turn the time over to Brooke and then we will move into the hands-on. And Brooke is going to take just a little bit of extra time tonight because she has so many amazing things to cover. And I'm hoping that Brooke is back. She had a son that was excited. So Brooke, I'm making you the host and hoping that you're there.
And I am here. Let's see. Okay, I am the host. Oh, good golly. Remind me how I show my screen.
Down at the very bottom of the big screen, it says share screen in green.
Of course, the bright green button.
Okay, that one. Yep.
You'd think I'd have figured that out by now. Okay. All right, so we should be seeing, let's go to, I'm going to do a snap to finish. Did I close it? I might have closed it. Hang on a second. Crazy life. Okay, back into snap to finish. Gotta love having a computer that remembers your logins.
Yay for computers to remember logins.
One of those things. All right. Okay, so we're going to show several different types of books today, things that you can create in either Snap to Finish or Heritage Makers, why there might be some benefits to one over the other, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm going to start here in Snap to Finish. I'm going to go to photo books, since that's what we're going to focus on tonight. And the very first one that I want to talk about is the Superior Lay Flat. If you have not created and ordered one of these Superior Lay Flat books, I highly encourage it. They are absolutely gorgeous. The quality is a bit different than what you're used to if you've ordered books from Heritage Makers or the other books through Snap to Finish, because those are printed through the same production company. These ones are printed through Fujifilm, Stacy? Remind me?
Yep, through Fuji. Sorry,
Okay.
I muted.
That's what I thought. But they're a little bit different. So the pages are actually more of a photo finish. They're very glossy and a bit thicker. And they have a gorgeous lay flat binding with no gutter. So the photos go completely across the spine area and it's absolutely gorgeous. So Stacy, can we switch back to you and show that book really quick? I should have thought to have you do this before we switched. Hang on. How do we switch back to you? Oh, where are you? There you are. Okay. Oh, Stacy, I think you might be muted.
Okay, now I'm the host. You should be able to see my screen, correct? Okay, good. So this is one that didn't turn out exactly as we wanted because we were talking about this early, the cover kind of wrapped around. But we just want to show you the pages on the inside. They are thicker and they do have just a little bit, you can see the shine on them because of that high quality paper. And this is a signing book example. And we were pointing out that if you're going to use this, you need to use one of these ultra fine point Sharpies as a signing pen because the other ones take just a minute to dry. But these do make beautiful, beautiful pictures. Okay, passing it back to you, Brooke.
Perfect. Wish we would have thought to do that before trading it the first time.
Oh, we're getting good at this.
Okay. It's giving me practice sharing my screen. Okay, so now we're back in Snap to Finish. So I'm going to show you just a couple of tricks to create a wedding photo book just like that, whether a sign-in book or just a coffee table type display book of your wedding photos here in Snap to Finish. So I'm going to go to that same shape that she was using before. This is, or that she was showing, excuse me. This is 11.25 inches by 8 inches. So it's slightly smaller than a piece of paper, which would be 8 by 11 and, oh, good golly, I am losing it today. 11.5 by 8 inches. So I'm going to get started. Now, I have already uploaded some photos into my account. You will want to do that before you create the project, but you can also do it inside the project. It does make it very nice and convenient to be able to just import your photos here at the beginning of the book. Let's see, let's play with this sophisticated white layout. I'm going to go to my albums, and I have some photos that I put in, yes, this one. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole album. I could select all and it would put all of these gorgeous family photos, but that's not quite what we're looking for. So I'm just going to select a few of these wedding photos, just as some examples, and then click Customize My Book. It's going to pop up and tell me there are some pages that won't be automatically filled because obviously I only selected 7 photos. So it's just saying you can add more photos, or you can continue and add them as you're working on the book. So either way, I'm going to continue. And it's just going to autofill those 7 photos. So it's only doing the photos that I gave it, and it's going to do 1 of each. You can obviously move them around or tweak if you'd rather a certain photo be on the cover or different layout on the pages, but it just gives you a good starting point. So as they're loading, I'm just going to tweak a little bit. I actually really like this picture on the cover. And while those are loading, we'll go ahead and give this a title. We're going to say this is Kenna and Gabriel. And we'll just say a date. Okay, so you could put whatever you wanted as the title on this. You can always change the font if you want something maybe a little more fun. Maybe something very formal like a script font, and maybe I want it centered on the page and a tiny bit larger. So really easy to just tweak a little bit and create it how you would like it to be. So super fast. I did the cover on this book. I can also do the spine while I'm here if I want text on the spine, or I can leave it blank. So I can adjust any of these, or I could leave the layouts as it's filled them in. I'm going to say, you know what, I like these 3 pictures together because they go together, but I think I want them in a slightly different order. So let's say maybe we want this one over here because it's a nice wide photo. And we'll put this one over here, so we've got these 2 that are kind of similar. So really easy. It gave me a basic layout, but I just adjusted a tiny bit. So really easy to just tweak how you would like. You can also come in here and change the layout if you would like. You can choose based on how many photos you want on a page or how many photos you would like on the whole spread. This will give you some options that cross over, which again is gorgeous with the lay flat pages. So you can have photos that cross over the binding area of the page. So you can, however you would like, you can select by how many photos you would like on each page. So for example, when you do wedding photos, you tend to have a certain number of poses with the same general background, and it's nice to keep those photos together on a spread. So you could easily say, okay, well, I want 2 of those photos on this page and 1 on the other page, or I just want a layout that works well with 3 or 4 pictures. So really easy. I'm going to keep these 2 pictures together, but I think I will change the layout because these are both a little bit taller pictures. They are portrait orientation, and these are 2 landscape orientation frames. So I'm going to adjust a little bit, and I can play around with it. It'll automatically place these in here, and I can see how they would look. So I can select however I would like. A really easy way to just tweak these and make sure I really like how they're sitting on the page. And again, really easy to add a little bit of text. A lot of these layouts have text boxes automatically, or you can add empty text boxes and place them however you'd like. If you don't want the text, leave it blank or delete the text box if it makes it a little easier to look at. So really, really easy. Now these again are great For sign-in books, if you have layouts with a lot of white space or maybe just one photo on each page, or you can do it as more of a display book and just absolutely fill it with large photos and enjoy the quality of the paper, which is gorgeous for wedding photos. So I just wanted to give a couple of examples there, and we're going to switch to a bit of a different theme. If we have any questions, I can come back or show it in the next book. So please type your questions, and Stacy or Lisa will let me know so that we can address them. Okay. And you will want to obviously make sure that you save. Do not just go out of a project and leave it, or it will erase your progress. So make sure that you save. I'm not bothering to because I'm not keeping these. They're just samples, but make sure you save so that it will keep your progress. Okay. We are going to go to just a hardbound cover book. And again, these are the exact same gorgeous quality that you would get if you ordered through Heritage Makers. So if you are used to those, please know that if you design them through Snap2Finish, they will come the exact same gorgeous quality. So be aware of that. We're going to play around with a graduate sign-in book. And I think this one I'm going to make an 8x8, a fun, trendy square size. These 8x8s are great. They fit on any bookshelf, and they're really easy to just hold and look at. So these are great for gifts or sign-in books or small yearbooks. 8x8 size is one of my favorite, hands down. So I'm going to pick a spread that has a few pictures in it, and then I'm going to show you a trick to turn it into a sign-in book with plenty of white space for writing. So let's find, I could easily start with a blank and just add a couple of pictures on each page if I wanted to. But I'm going to start with this avant-garde layout because I like the fun shape of the photo squares. And I'm just going to do the same autofill as I was doing before, if I can remember where I put those pictures. And I'm just going to select a handful of matching pictures. Again, it's telling me that I didn't select enough to fill the book, so it's just going to fill with what I gave it. So this one, again, this has several photos on each page, which is wonderful if you want to fill a book with photos. For something like this, I'm taking the layout that it's giving me, but I'm going to delete some photo boxes to give us some more white space for writing. So let's see. I wonder if I want that picture as the cover. So I'm going to go down here, maybe this one. Okay, I'm going to pick a good graduate photo for the cover. We'll say this is okay. We'll just leave it a very simple text. I think I might center the text. Okay, very simple and easy to do. You can also change the background color if you would like, maybe a school color or a favorite color. Just very simple. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to adjust these a little bit. I think I want this photo to show more of the photo, so I'm going to make it a portrait orientation box just to give it a little bit more space. I can also, if I want, I can grab it and move it down to the center of the page. If maybe I don't want any text on this page, just the photo. So very simple, just tweak it how you would like. And then I'm going to go to the next page. You'll see this one has a lot of photo boxes on it. So I'm going to adjust a little bit, and I'm actually going to delete a couple of these guys. So first it empties them because it had a photo in there, and then you click again to delete. And you'll notice each of these little corners is actually a square that's on an angle. So I could delete that too, but it would give me very rectangle boxes. It would take out this cute little cut corner. So I do like that there. I'm going to leave it. But then I'm just going to pop photos back in here. We'll just put a couple of those in there and adjust so that we can see faces. And then I'm going to put a picture over here. I really like this picture. I think it's fun seeing the cap and gown. Again, I could add a little bit of text here if I want, or I can just delete the text box. So I can leave plenty of blank space for signatures and writing from friends and family. Really, really easy to do. I love this diamond photo box. And I'm going to be using the same couple of photos, but I hope you guys will forgive me. So if I were to just drop in a picture there, and I could leave this one a full page picture, or I could delete it if I wanted more space, or I could give it a different layout. So really easy to just go through a layout like this and make it work for what you would like. So this would be gorgeous for just documenting graduation pictures, or to have it as a sign-in book with plenty of space to write. You can tweak it as need be. So really fun and simple idea there. Any questions yet? We're actually going through time pretty quickly.
No questions, you're good.
Okay, then we will switch gears one more time. I have one more thing to show you in Snap2Finish, and then we will trade over to Heritage Makers for a little bit. So I'm going to do one more hardbound photo book. So again, not the Superior lay flat, just a traditional photo book. And this one we're going to do as a family heritage photo book. So something with a lot of pictures in it and maybe some text. So I love documenting family pictures, especially if you manage to get your hands on old family history photos that you can scan and put in a book and keep forever and enjoy looking through without worrying about destroying the pictures. I love being able to look at a copy of the picture without worrying about ruining the original picture. So I'm going to just find a layout that has plenty of spaces for photos. And there are a lot of fun different options. Let's see. There are some wonderful fun new templates in here. If you guys haven't looked through, I forgot I was going to play around in a couple of these wedding layouts because I haven't played with those yet. But so many fun options. I love this heart on the front, and this one has a lot of photo space in there. I think I'm just going to do this collection white layout. So it's giving me a plain white background with plenty of photo boxes, and again, I can tweak as need be. So I have an entire album here of fun, gorgeous family pictures. So I'm going to actually tell it the order that I want these to show up in the book, just because they tend to, depending on the name of your photo, sometimes you can get them a little bit jumbled in your album. You can go in and reorganize them and put them in the right order, or you can just, sidestep that like I'm going to do here. So I could easily select all, and it would auto-populate, but it would drive me absolutely crazy that the pictures are not together in their groups. So I'm just going to really quick, I'm just going to grab the pictures that go together and kind of put them together in a bit of order. So I'm really just grabbing the ones that are together, and then I can tell it to select all, and it will auto-populate the rest. So a fun little trick if you for sure know which picture you would like on the cover, or if you just want to know that certain pictures are at the beginning of the book and certain pictures at the end. It's just a nifty little trick to be able to auto-populate with some control. And then I'm going to customize my book, and it's telling me, okay, that you still need 7 more pictures to fill the book as is. Well, I don't have 7 pictures, so I'm going to continue. I can always either remove pages or change some layouts a little bit to stretch my photos to the end of the book. But this way it's at least auto-populating and filling it with the pictures that I have. It's going to take a minute because I did so many pictures, so we're just going to let it load for a second. And okay, you'll notice they will start popping up one at a time here and there because some pages will load a little bit faster than others, but it just takes a second for them to start loading. So I can start adding text. We'll say this is we're going to give it a fun title. Okay, and again, I can, while those are loading, I can just come and play around with maybe some fun text. So I could adjust those how I would like and customize the cover while the rest of the pages are loading. So however I would like to adjust that, and it just makes the time go a little bit faster while it's thinking on those pages. Depending on the size of your photos or the size of the book, it can take a little bit longer, but still fairly quick. Okay, now it's starting to load the pages. These pages, some of them have a lot of photos on them. So this one here has 4, and then next to it, it's got a 1. So if I wanted to adjust and say, okay, on this spread, so that's both facing pages, I want 6 photos. Then I can go in here to the spread and select a layout that will allow me to do 6 photos. This is especially helpful if you know you have a certain number of portrait or landscape photos that you would like to accommodate and to be able to show the full photo. So really fun and easy to just go through here and select. And I love that you can click and have it automatically repopulate your photos that you already have on the page and give them a place. So I'm just going to pick a layout and then go into my photos and back to my album. Okay, so if I want certain pictures together on my layout, all I have to do is click the box, tell it which picture I would like, and have it fill in the box. So very simple. I love pictures that go across the gutter of the book. You have to find the right picture. Obviously, the picture that was right here before had her face in the gutter. Not exactly what you want, but something like this where you can put the main focus of the picture to one side, but have it visually extend across the gutter is an absolutely fun and wonderful effect. So I love being able to do that. So I can easily drop in my pictures. I love that it tells me which pictures have been used multiple times, so you can be careful not to use the same photos more than once in the book. But really easy to just change up the layout and adjust how you would like it. So now that the first page is loaded, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a different layout here on the front. Okay, single page, oops. 3 photos. I really liked the look of having just 3 pictures go across in a bar. So you could do different shapes of photos, different sizes, but then really easy to just auto-populate those images. So I love the idea of being able to focus on a person for this special book of them. I really hope you guys can't hear my dog barking. She is usually so much better, but she is apparently deciding to bark while I'm on here.
She just wants to know what you're doing, snap to finish. It's all good.
She knows she's not supposed to, but Stacy, you know dogs.
Oh yeah, they don't understand.
So really easy to adjust the layout and just drop in a couple of key photos. I could pop some text in here and say that this book is about Grandma Walker and Grandma, we love you, maybe her birth date, anything like that. So really fun and easy. All of these, it's great to be able to add a little bit of text at the bottom, and you could add as much text as you want. You could easily slide these pictures up and have an entire paragraph of text down here to tell the story of what's happening in the photos. So a great way to really quickly and simply document a lot of family history, or maybe give a beautiful gift to a family member. So I love the idea of using Snap to Finish for quick and easy heritage books, because it does make it very simple to be able to auto-populate the photos and then just maybe tweak a little bit of the layout or which photos go where. So I love Snap to Finish for quick and easy projects like this that you can throw together with just pictures and some text. I love that. Do we have any questions before we switch over to Heritage Makers?
No questions right now.
No questions. All right. I will keep Snap to Finish open in case there are any questions. I'm just going to take it to a page that is slightly less demanding so it doesn't slow me down. Okay. Now, I wanted to show a few different things here in Heritage Makers. I don't know if you guys can see this little bubble, but I'm making it disappear. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to start out here in the template gallery. And I actually, let me restart it because I narrowed it down to storybooks. Okay, so here on the main page of the template gallery, if you haven't checked this recently, again, I always say come and check the new templates because there are always fun new templates popping up from several different designers, and it's a great place to come and get inspiration or maybe find an idea of something that you would like to do as a gift for an upcoming holiday or birthday or special event in your life, be it a book or a card or a scrap page, anything. So great place to come for inspiration and ideas. So we have a lot of new books that have come through for different events because that was our main focus for this month's class. We also have a lot of fun National Scrapbook Day ideas and cards and all kinds of fun things that have been new in the last couple of weeks. So please come check it out. Today we're going to focus on storybooks, so I'm actually going to just narrow it down to books. We're going to let it think for just a sec. Oh, it already did it. It thought faster than I did. Okay, so if I want to narrow it down even further to a specific topic, it's very easy to just type in, for example, mom, and get several wonderful books themed or we love you or tributes or all kinds of fun ideas for mom. So lots of reasons why we love mom or grandma's recipes or anything like that. And this will be, you'll get mom, you'll get grandma. There will be lots of different ones that have been tagged with mom. Or for example, you could type in grad or graduate even and get several different themed templates. So definitely come check the template gallery if you need inspiration or just a quick and easy start and go project. Tonight we are going to start in here like we started in Snap2Finish with a wedding project. So I'm going to type in wedding and I'm going to start with this Our Happily Ever After. I love the layout of this book. This one I had a lot of fun making probably about a year ago, but it's still just such a fun layout. Gives you lots of different layouts for the photos on the pages, and I'm going to show you how to switch it up for different colors. Because maybe you look at this one and go, well, yeah, but our wedding colors weren't purple and pink, so I don't really want a book of purple and pink. Okay, well, very, very easy to switch it up. So let me let this one load for a sec. Okay. I'm going to turn off the design guide just to make it easier for you guys to see things. But again, whenever you're working in a different product type for the first time, please make sure you read the design guide because it will have a lot of great tips for designing, for what happens during production, anything like that that you should understand about the product to make your design a little simpler. Okay, so this one has just a lot of really simple photo layouts with different fun patterned and colored papers and some word art. So I'm just going to adjust a little bit. Let me put in a couple of different pictures just to make it so we're not orienting around these same pictures. So let's see. You know what? I still really like this one. So let's try. Okay. About this one. Okay. So something with not a lot of color to it. Now I'm going to go into the art collection, and with something like this where it's mostly just background papers and some word art that's already been put in there for you, which I'm going to show you in a minute, it's very easy to just pick any papers out of any collection that you would like. So I'm actually going to come down here to this fun Spring in My Step collection. I love the beautiful colors in this collection. You could easily pick out, okay, my wedding colors were pink and blue or yellow and navy, and go with that as a basis. So I love this for the different colors in here and also some very fun patterned papers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the paper as the background here and play around with maybe a couple of different background options. I could go very neutral with a wood grain paper or a tan, or I could pick a color like a navy or maybe a yellow, depending on what the wedding colors might have been. So very easy to just change up the background color of that. And I'm noticing that the text here is kind of disappearing in the picture. So depending on your picture, obviously you'd want to pay attention and make sure that you can read the text. You can easily grab these word art pieces and change the color if you'd like. So maybe, okay, well, I want to make it a gray color. I'm just pulling it from the color of his suit here. But I could easily make it pop by just changing the color. And I can grab the same color from this existing word art. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little better. So these ones here are word art pieces. This is a text box, but you can do the same thing and give it a fill color with the same text or the same font color. So really easy to just change that up and make it stand out on the photo so that you can see it. And then I'm going to want to go to the back cover and swap out the same paper just so that it flows well around the cover of the book. So I'm going to go in here to the next page, and I think I'm just going to pick a nice neutral paper. What's that? That's got stripes. We don't want the stripes. So I could do white as a background, or I could do a neutral textured tan to match the cover, however you'd like for that. Now, you'll notice, so some of these word art pieces, I actually kind of like it with the square around it. So this one, it was cropped, but this here is actually the same background paper that the other one had. It's just blocking out the purple from this. So if I were to unlock that and move it to the front, you'd see that the purple's there. So be aware of things like that. You won't always have that trouble, but just to be aware of. So again, really easy to just change out the color of these, of the text if you'd like. So same thing, I'm going to move to this second page here. And this one, you'll notice it's got different, multiple different boxes. So I could easily do different colors on these if I'd like. Again, that silly little box here, but just swap it out with the other background paper and it works just fine. And then these as well just have a fill color. So you could give it whatever fill color you would like, be it a neutral or white. A nice clean white on any color background would be gorgeous. And very easy to just change and make the word art here match the other papers. So just fun to play around and make it fit whatever color scheme you're looking for. And the same is true on all of these. And some of these have full photo layouts. Some of them have multiple photos on a page. So just to be aware of that. So again, I could use the same colors I was using before. I'm going to drop in those couple of backgrounds just so it covers up what it was covering before. So grab these and make them that pretty yellow to match. I like the white ones there. Let's see. Yeah, yellow heart's cute. So you can play around and make them fit any color you would like. And there may be tricky little things like those boxes, but if there's anything like that and you're ever uncertain about it, you're always welcome to call customer service and they know how to fix things like that if you don't, which is wonderful that they are there for assistance. So a tricky thing about this spread here, so you see how this picture goes across the gutter, like those pages we were showing in Snap2Finish. So I'm going to show you how to achieve that in Heritage Makers. So if I come in here and I grab one of our pictures, let's grab one that has the main part of the image on the left. Well, there's that one we used on the cover. I guess we will use it again. Okay, so I'm going to swap this picture in, and then I'm going to adjust it here in the toolbox, and I'm going to slide it all the way, maybe not quite all the way, to the right. Okay, and then I'm going to come here to the other page, and I'm going to drop this in. And what I want to do, you can see how you can see part of the photo here on the left. I want to make it match up with where the edge of the photo is here. You can always add a little bit of extra space. So if I put a little bit of her bun on the next page, it'll help offset what is lost in the gutter. So I'm going to slide it over. And again, I want to make sure that my photo stays inside the box here. So I'm going to slide it down a little bit. And we'll just have a little bit of her bun on the page. So that way, what is showing right here should be just about what is on the other page. And that way, when I save it, you'll see that the photo goes across the gutter. So if you come across a template that has a space like this to allow a photo across the spread, that is the really easy way on how to fix it. You can do that with a full page picture or a smaller photo. Just be aware that seeing what is shown when you are adjusting the photo is the easiest way to be able to line them up without really being able to see both photos next to each other. So really, really quick and easy and simple. Okay. Stacy, I might cut into a tiny bit more of your time than I thought, but I got 2 more things to show.
You're in so much trouble.
I am awful. Okay, I will try and show these really quick. All right, so I wanted to show a grad sign-in book here in Heritage Makers. That is my dog again. Good grief. She never barks like this. I hope you guys can't hear her. So if I were to come in here and search grad or graduate, there are lots of fun sign-in books or photo book templates. I'm actually going to open this grad advice layout, and I have 2 different versions of this. There's more of a little bit more masculine and playful. There's a floral, more girly layout, but I wanted to show you how really easy it would be to take this layout here and make it fit any theme or personality, whatever your grad prefers. So I'm going to switch out the photo really quick. Give us a bit of a different feel. And it would seem I did not upload those, so we're going to upload real quick. So here in graduation, add photos, because I've got these fun pictures here, so let's just go with these ones. I'm going to let those upload for a minute, and while we're at it, I'm going to find an art collection that we'd like. So again, there's lots of fun ones, and there are a lot of fun collections with great colors to them. So maybe the theme of the collection isn't quite what you would need for what you're doing, but you love the background papers and the fun little embellishments. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to play around with this 9 to 5 collection. I love the fun patterned background papers in here. So it's got a lot of nifty little doodads for embellishments, some cute little journaling cards and alphabets, and all of these absolutely fun background papers. And a lot of them are just patterns. So we're just going to play around with swapping out some different backgrounds. So maybe if I want a bold chevron on the cover, let's see, what's this one? Yeah, that'll work. And again, I would obviously want to do that on the back as well so that it matches. And when I click save, it'll update my thumbnail over here, and you can see how nicely it'll flow from back to front. I tend to make my first page match the cover, but you could easily give it a different paper if you'd like. And again, swap out my photo. One of the nice things about this template is it's only got a couple of photos, which makes it really easy to customize quickly without a lot of effort. So whether you left the backgrounds the same or traded out the pictures and changed the text. But all I'm going to do on the pages here is grab some of these fun papers and swap them out to match. And you'll notice that each spread has just a set of matching opposite corners. So really easy to just swap out the papers. You want to be careful because some of these have text, and obviously a grad, although it might be somewhat fitting, might not want text of a paper that says all of these things about work. Might actually be kind of fitting once they've graduated high school or college or whatever. That actually looks really cute with the flower that's already there. So I'm just going to swap out the papers. I can grab different embellishments to go with the photo. So maybe if I want to change and do, let's see, maybe a cute little bow instead of the flowers. So I can just grab the flower, delete it, and woo, brand new laptop, and I'm getting used to the new trackpad. So I can easily swap those out, add a drop shadow, and there's a page. So really, really easy to swap out the papers and make it fit anything that your grad would prefer. So fun to just play around with different papers. And this one has fun little word art in here that fits the graduation theme. So really easy and already basically done for you, whether you want to change the backgrounds or not. Okay. Any questions? I'm going to show one more thing before I hand it over to Stacy.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, we have a very quiet class tonight. Okay, I wanted to show one more thing. So these right here are a set of cute little 100 Reasons I Love You books. And they're very, very simple, but they each have a slightly different color scheme. So you'll notice this one has a little bit brighter colors, whereas this one that is tagged as Mom has softer, more of a sunset color palette. So really very basic. You could use these for absolutely anyone and just change out the name on the cover, or say Mom or Grandma or Aunt Susan or whoever. So just 100 Reasons Why We Love You. So what I'm going to do, this is a 5.5 by 5.5 softbound book that actually has the perfect number of pages for 100 reasons with 4 to a page. But what I'm actually going to do, maybe you have, or you don't have the time, or you don't have enough pictures and you want to do just a smaller number of reasons why we love you. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start a new project, and I'm actually going to import this into a square flipbook. So here in Storybooks, a square flipbook, and we'll just call it 100 Reasons. Okay. And we are just going to import a couple of the pages really quick. So all I did here in the template gallery is I favorited the template by selecting this heart. Now, when I open my new project, if I go down to the My Projects tab and I go to My Templates, here it is as one of my favorite templates. So really quick and easy. You don't have to start a project with that template. Just favorite it and it will show up here in your My Templates. If it's not at the top, this one's at the top because of the name. It's in alphabetical order, but you can search for it and find it anywhere in your list of favorite templates. So I'm just going to import a couple of these, and they're very close to the same size, so it should import fairly smoothly. You'll notice it's a little bit high and to the left because this project is just a tiny bit, like 1/4 of an inch larger. So I'm going to hit Control A, and it selects everything, and then I'm just going to hold down Shift and tab it down and to the right a little bit. Okay, really super simple. And then we'll say this is why we love Papa. Okay, and then I'm just going to go to the first page. Again, import. And it has a photo on it, which makes it slightly more complicated, but we're just going to select all again and slide it down a little bit. And I just want to visually center it. Once you learn how far to click down on each of them, you can just do the same on each one. And then I want to make the picture a little bit wider to fit the page because this page is a little bit wider. So all I did was I held down Shift and stretched the one side. And then I aligned it to page. And then I clicked Align Middle and Align Center just to pop it to the center of the page. So really quick, I'm kind of breezing through this because I want to make sure Stacy has at least a little bit of time for the hands-on tonight. But very quick and easy. And then all I would do is swap out the picture. we'll just trade out a picture as an example. And that is obviously not a fully downloaded picture, but you get the idea. So we'll swap in a picture, and then you would just type in your reasons, okay? So super easy. Obviously, if you're working from the main template, all you need to do is swap in the picture and change the text. Very, very, very easy and straightforward. And it just has a picture to each page or spread. Some of the spreads have a picture on one side and reasons on the other. Some of them have two reasons and a picture. So they all vary, but very, very, very simple and easy, and really quick and easy to personalize. But I just wanted to show how quick it is to import this into a slightly different product type. And a note, if you were to import the first 18 pages of this template into a square flipbook, then it would be simplified down to 36 reasons, which might be a little more palatable or easy. So just something to think about and a fun little thing to show on the class. Okay, I think that's it for you, Stacy.
Loved it. Okay, we're going to give away points, and then we're going to switch it over because Brooke's going to give me control again, and we're giving points away to Betty Decker. Betty, if you will message Lisa E., she will get those points put into your account. Did you give me control back, Miss Brooke? Nope.